So I was able to fill in for my friend Becky and teach 2 classes of water aerobics today over at the college near me. So I got a very good workout this morning, and I get a couple of bucks for my pocket too. You can't lose that way. So that was how I spent my morning, and then I came back here and had a nice low calorie and nutritious lunch, a steamed turkey burger, and some low fat chocolate milk. It was good. It was very good. Um, so I don't know. So I'm not sure if I said this before, but so I've done 75 soft in the past, and I was successful with it. And I felt like I had really gotten myself a good routine of exercising 45 minutes or more a day and getting plenty of water in. But just because something worked well for me before, as you all know this, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be no effort at all to continue on into eternity. So little by little, I started letting all my habits kind of slide back. And then I had a little bit of a health issue happen. And I really had no motivation to exercise 45 minutes every day. And then the weather got really ugly. And so I don't have a nice gym here in the building. So that was my excuse. And I'll admit it, that was just an excuse to not have to work out with videos. So how do I know that after this 75 soft that I won't go right back to my old habits? I don't. I don't know what's going to happen in the future any more than anybody else does. I just know that I have the present, I have today. It appears to me that I have the next couple of few months, foreseeable months, that I will probably be around. And so therefore, I'm just going to try to do the best I can with what I have right now. And, at one point recently, it kind of hit me that since I moved here from out of state, and I've gotten to make some new friends and met some very nice people, that they don't know me at my best. And I'm not talking necessarily about appearance, but looking trim and fit is a good thing for anybody. So they've never seen me like that. And there was a good long point in my life where I was, like wearing like around a size 10 pants, slacks, and doing some light jogging and working out on machines in the gym 5 days a week. And at that point in my life, I was working full time. So I was pretty much doing the 1 meal a day and then, whatever I could grab at work. And that worked well for me for about a year and a half. And as I said before, the same thing happened, and some issues came up. I had a breakup with my fiance and just kind of lost interest in really applying myself to anything. And so what I've learned now is that you can sit there and learn and absorb so much, especially with the internet being what it is now in this time. There is an unending amount of information that someone can take in. But if you don't take action and actually use this information in a way to benefit yourself, you're really wasting your time. And so I didn't want to do that anymore. I want to actually take action and apply what I'm learning. So that's what I get up every morning with, that attitude in my mind of, time to put all this lifetime of knowledge, wisdom, whatever I've gained, and life experience into some action now. I'm doing a senior version. So that means I'm really just focusing on at least a 45-minute exercise period every day, 7 days a week, getting at least 8 glasses of water in. Remembering for me to remember to take my meds, but anyway, I think that's a given. To do some reading of an actual book, not listening on an audio tape, and to be mindful of when something in my head is food noise compared to when something is actual hunger. And there's a difference. Hunger doesn't go away, and food noise you can be distracted from it. You can replace it with something else. So every single day, I am making a point that when something is triggering and telling me to really think a lot about something to eat, whether it's having a snack, whatever it could be, recipe for something really good, whatever's going on. The idea is to recognize that is what's called food noise. It is just some repetitive thinking, and it is usually triggered by boredom, stress, annoyance, loneliness. And as someone who's 65 and lives alone, I'm single, and I do have family in the area, but they're very busy. So I don't really see them a whole lot. I see them occasionally. So in the meantime, those factors can all add up. And before you know it, I know I can spend too much of my day thinking about food rather than focusing on other things in my life. So I have made a point that 7 days a week, I'm going to spend some time recognizing that pitfall, because that is a pitfall for me. So those are some of the things that are the focus for me. And while it did work for me last time, I did wind up having some things come up and a health issue come up, like, for example, insomnia, severe insomnia that lasted for months. So those things all added up to winding up being a distraction for me from my daily goals of sticking to those issues. And so in the end, I wound up back up into the same larger size clothing. And to be honest with you, I don't have a scale because my concern really is clothing size. I want to fit into my clothes, and I don't want to continue to go up. I also want to take some of the pressure off of my knee and hip joints. So today, on day 5, I did go ahead and teach 2 water aerobics classes successfully, and I've had a really good healthy lunch. I've been drinking my water. I've been paying attention and being mindful, because let me tell you, when I got home from those classes, it was tempting to just dig right into some snacks, but nope, nope. I was being mindful, and so that was a success for me, a non-scale success for me today. So won't you join me? Get a little exercise in, drink your water, be mindful. You'll feel better. You'll be so glad you did. And so I hope you guys, if you do decide, leave me a little comment. And if you're enjoying this content for this series, leave me a like and subscribe. And thank you, and have a wonderful day.